A great thing about working in an archive is the joy of finding a hidden gem purely by chance. This happened a few years back when I found what was, on the face of it, just a plain old visitor's book from the Kendal Rotary Club collection, covering the years 1944 to 1981. Sometimes, though, it really is best not to judge a book by its cover. As I turned the pages of the book, I found countless watercolour illustrations outlined in ink, varying from humorous cartoons to studies of flowers or decorative text. The skill of the artist and use of colour transformed what could have been just a mundane list of people attending functions into something colourful and fun. Flags of different nations, festive Christmas candles, and even a lobster all feature. Some of the illustrations were signed G.F. Rees, spelt R-E-I-S-S. So I determined to find out more about this talented artist with the German name. Born in Kendal in 1893, George Francis Rees had a butcher's shop in the town at number 15 Marketplace. Alongside his younger brother Conrad, he took over the running of the shop from his father, also called George, who originally came from Germany. The name George Rees can be found in old trade directories in the search room at Kendal Archive Centre, listed as a pork butcher. Rees, known as Frank, was also a church warden at Holy Trinity, Kendal, and his signature can be found on church documents also held at the archive. He had the title Church Husband in the 1950s, and one item in the parish collection is a report written by Rees in which he says, "The walls throughout the interior of the church are in need of a coat of colour." Curiously, he had crossed out the word paint, replacing it with colour instead. It's as though he just couldn't resist adding colour to everything he did. Rees's artistic credentials were impressive. He was a Fellow of the Royal Society of Arts and also a member of the Royal Cambrian Academy, as well as being a member of the Lake Artists Society and chairman of the Kendal Art Society. He was a wood engraver and watercolour landscape painter with an obvious talent for illustration. Frank was an active member of the Rotary Club of Kendal and had the honour of being its president from 1943 to 1944. Part of the Rotary Club collection includes photographs of past presidents, including Rees himself. The large black and white image shows a man thin of face with a moustache, small round glasses, and the hint of a smile. A recent addition to the collection is a typed account by Rees of a Rotary Club coach trip around Europe in the 1950s. Rich in detail, one thing that shines through is Rees's love of flowers. He mentions them frequently. This fascination with flora is also highlighted in his art. Flowers are a definite favourite, and probably his most depicted subject. His wood engraving or woodcut prints of plants and flowers, including winter aconites, bilberry and clematis, adorn copies of The Cog, the Rotary Club magazine that Rees edited in the 1940s and 1950s. Frank Rees died in 1973, but the bespectacled butcher with a love of colour lives on through his art.